everything can be made perfect. But if we make everything perfect, we've got an awful lot of perfect stuff that's very similar. And it's the bits in between that are really important, the little raw, quirky, unique messages that come just in a tiny different way. But it might be that tiny little difference that speaks to a certain group of people. So it's really worth giving it an opportunity to fly.
So many questions firing off in my head right now. So many different directions I want to go from what you've just said. I'll start with the idea of not tinkering, because that in itself it's superhuman to many people, because it, in your instance, you're doing it with your writing, but I know so many people who are entrepreneurs, or even, in their parenting or in their relationships, they can't help but think, if I could just change it, I won't put this out into the world because it's not quite right. Or I won't carry on seeing this person because they're not quite right. Or if only my kids behaved in this. Do you understand what I mean? We have this drive to just keep tinkering and tinkering. And there was such magic in what you said there, and that actually the thing in itself is a complete entity. And if we keep tinkering, then all we end up is versions of the same. And it's our uniqueness that makes us so powerful. And paradoxically is what also makes us so relatable. We think we need to change everything so we can be like everyone else. And actually, no, we're already great as we are. So stop messing with it.
And it's so important, because if you are giving a version of yourself out there, you're missing all the people that are desperately waiting for the version of you that is you. And they're not finding that version elsewhere, because we're all just tinkering and perfecting ourselves that little bit too much that we're missing the resonance. So I always say that, the love lives in the ugly. You can share your beautiful moments with me and I'll be really happy to see them, and I'll be, oh, I love this, this is beautiful. But when you share your ugly truth, when you were wrong, or when you failed, or when you were flawed, or when when you just couldn't, you are passing on love to the person who's receiving that, because you are allowing them to feel better about themselves, and in turn they will share their ugly truths with somebody else, and that's where the love lives. So we could all share, the perfection, but what are we achieving there? We're just perpetuating this myth that we're all superhuman beings, and actually, as you said, it's superhuman to not do that. The strength lies in the vulnerability.